understanding all the liturgic calendars which revolve around the Lord Jagannath, in all the houses, all the household here, and it determines the of the people. So their beliefs there. So all this was equally important for me as to learn dance. So dance was not separated at all from all this. Still learning, still researching, still understanding what is behind, from where this dance come. And this is what it worked so well that I couldn't live anymore. And the two things, the two streams which were separated, the philosophical research, spiritual research. When I said spiritual, is for me not much in a sense of in the meaning, in the sense of doing certain puja or rituals. For me, spiritual is around me, which give the groundness and the roots, to find the roots of whatever expression with maybe a physical expression, but what is behind it, what is which make the expression meaningful to me. So this is what I mean for that, and I found this deep depth of meanings, form of expression, which was Odissi dance. Because of all this background and all this culture which was assimilated into it. So the same posture which I was seeing doing by while making the chapati was the same pose which I was seeing in the temple sculpture, was the same pose which I was learning in the dance. All this, the same ritual, the same sloka, the pujari would sing for the arati, was the same sloka that we were learning in the classroom. And the diagrams with they were designing outside the doors, or for the puja, or for the were to be as symbols of a very ancient kind of ritualistic meanings, which wanted to search, to go deep in it. And then once you go deep, you find that there is one root for all this, a form of expression which is not only physical, but it involves the mind, the soul, and you can really spend more than one lifetime to behind it. And maybe I would also say that I was very, when I left from Italy, our experience as women, that to find our identity, and as women, we had to rebel, we had to be very much aggressive, to break, and it was important. It was important, and maybe if that moment was not there, I would have left and search search for our way far away, or maybe, I mean, that moment of rebellion was important. I came here, I revalued a lot of elements of femininity which we had discarded, or we were thinking that it was a symbol of a element of weakness, or submission, or which we wanted to assert ourselves in, and so it was. So when I came here, I valued so many important roles that the women were holding here in this society. Sounds strange that rebel and a revolutionist and a feminist may value certain things which from another may look like a traditional which has to be broken. But for me, coming from that past, the fact that a woman here was the person who transmitted certain values through certain ritualistic practice, which was she was maintaining it, and was the main focus and the main center, the family, the strength which was maintaining the static, the something which was to the root of the culture. So this was which I valued and start to appreciate. Sometimes you need to come from culture to realize what of your role. So so this rediscovery of the role of women as deposit of culture, and to give value to this, it holds the tradition through certain repetition of certain rituals which connect to the past, to the roots. Femininity in terms of so all this was together, and but you have also heard that I'm doing Ciao and Odissi. So there also it's interesting in a sense that although in the beginning of my Odissi guru was not so happy that I was, because he was afraid that the Ciao movement would hamper the Odissi one. But later on, he approved when he saw my Ciao. But for me, it was important. Some masculine energy of me were being expressed through the Ciao, and the feminine part through the Odissi. So it became a more complementary sort of expression. So these are the things which I wanted to highlight. Mostly it is the importance of being able to, we started from there, and didn't deal much about the Odissi as such, but I thought that it is important at this point when the teaching and the learning, it becomes has become a very mechanical process, and more and more now that we are going in the net and in the online teaching. But we all hope that this is just a temporary thing. So I wouldn't like to hold this as a permanent solution. None of us wants. But even before this, just mechanical imbibing and learning and reproducing physically certain things with a little bit of understanding of superficial meaning, not enough. This is not enough in a sense that you don't really utilize the richness and the depth knowledge and of this tradition. So it is wasting a lot of aspects of this tradition if you don't try to go deep and interrelate all this something else. So the philosophy behind, the visual perception, the meaning of the literature, the ritualistic which is there, the liturgy, so whatever it is connected in a culture which is very complex and composite. I would maybe open up any question so that I can other subject if anybody wants me to direction of my talk. So up to now, as I said, interrelation, femininity, women in as a ritualistic in the transmission of and traditions. So these are a little bit the I wanted to highlight. So maybe my relation with Guruji also would be, but let me understand what if somebody wants to know.
Anna-ji, for this, for sharing your journey and the topics that you've touched upon. Right now, we are waiting for students to type in their questions.
Okay.
So I would request all the students who are there to kindly type in your questions in the chat pod. There is a small conversation icon on your screen. Please press on that and enter whatever questions you would like to ask Ileana ji into that chat pod. So while the students are writing, actually, Ileana ji, I had a question of my own, if I may ask so. So you've spoken about interconnection and how, like, everything around you, your learning was within the classroom and outside as well. And you yourself have learned multiple expression forms, be it theater, be it classical dance, be it folk dance. So that's very interesting and very rare to see. Usually we see artists conforming to a particular style of study or discipline of study, and here you have transgressed all of those disciplines. So how can you just talk a little bit about that between theater and then Kathakali, which is though a classical form, comes from a different part of the country, has its own set of disciplines, and then there is Odissi, which is own with its own rule book or with its own grammar, and then there is Chau, which is a completely folk dance, which is completely to an uninitiated mind feels completely different from how you study a classical art form. So how easy or difficult was it for you to transition between these?
Well, the theater work was, of course, belonging to my first avatar, as I call it.
Right.
So that was when I was still searching. It was in the process. It was there are many different ways of theater. The first one, which I went through, it was more conventional. So it was more depending on recitation through the words.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't give much importance to the physical work.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, probably my instinct was driving me towards more physical expression. So I didn't go to dance immediately, but there was at that time in the 70s, there was this experimental theater which was started by Jerzy Grotowski from Poland. Where the physicality of the actor was explored a lot. In fact, Grotowski also got a lot of inspiration from movement and exercise from Japan, from the North theater, and from Kathakali, also from India, and a system in which it was a research through the body as a form of expression, but it was still theater. So that was the process through which I went. And the Kathakali was a lecture demonstration which I saw in Italy during my theater research. And this Krishnan Mudiri had come to Italy, so that was my first approach. The Indian philosophy in my for my university exams. But I had not approached anything regarding performing art in India. So the first visual experience which I had, it was by Krishna Nambudiri, who came to Italy, my own place, and he demonstrated how this grammar of the body was so detailed that each muscle is a small micro movement had a meaning. So for me, it was a revelation because I was already starting to improvise, and we didn't have a grammar behind. So we were using the hands. We were changing going up the tree, and we're using projection and using all sort of to try to find a way of a grammar. But the grammar was not there for us. We were to search through improvising and trying. So when I saw that this complex grammar and so systematic was there, then I asked him immediately if I could learn. So that one was my first approach, because he came to us. So how I came to know that the existence of this. So the first approach and the first chance to learn something, it was in Kerala, in Sri Krishnapuram. And the workshop was for 3 months. So at the end of it, so I went back, I tried to utilize some of those movements. At the end of it, he told me there is another beautiful style. He had met Sanjukta Panikrai in Europe, and he liked Odissi a lot. Krishna Nambudiri, he had a special liking for Odissi. So he directed me to Sanchunani in Odisha, and I just went to her for a month in 78 without knowing anything about Odissi, without knowing anything about her, anonymous and patience to teach me something. And I went back to Italy, and I tried to experiment with these movements, which I learned from Kathakali and Odissi, my theater work. And when I came back, I thought that if I want really to utilize, this was still my purpose, to utilize this movement for my theater experiments, I had to learn something more. I came directly to Kelucharan Mahapatra, whose name I had heard the previous year, but I never met. It's history, in a sense that from there I never moved. So everything disappeared. Italy, Kerala, Kathakali, and only Odissi and was taking me to Guruji house every day, was there. But Chow came as a complementary to the Odissi form. As I said, probably some of my more masculine energy had to be channelized into a more athletic type of dance. But I suppose, they are not contrasting. They are complementing each other. They are from the same root,
right?
Orissa, and although, of course, they may appear, but if in a practical demonstration, you may also be able to see how ending Tribhangi pose, which is there in Odissi, is a little more open up and straighten up. It becomes the dharana of Chow. So, so it's maybe from outside one may think that those two things are totally different, but of course there are many things which are contrasting. So that's why the fear of Guruji that the certain movement would upset the Odissi form. So that is when you learn two forms, one has to be very careful to separate. But to me, these are the two forms. So my theater and Kathakali was just a entry form. So the way I came here.
Wonderful. Let me just quickly check if there are any questions from students. Okay, I think they're still making up their mind what to ask. Students, this is a very interesting opportunity, a very, a great opportunity for you to directly converse with somebody who has had a lifetime of experience in understanding art and studying art. So don't worry about the type question, any type of question that you would have, that you would like to ask Liana ji. You should definitely take this opportunity and ask. किसी को कुछ भी पूछने का मन हो हिंदी में, इंग्लिश में, तो आप जरूर पूछिए. बिल्कुल मत सोचिए कि कोई भी सवाल छोटा नहीं होता. आप इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का जरूर फायदा उठाइए and ask another question. I have one more question for you from my end. I mean, it's a little away from the discussions that we've had and more to do with our personal everyday experiences. So, how easy was it for you to substitute cheese with the curd and the type of food that you've had in India? Because I mean, food, way of clothing, climate, everything. These are everyday occurrences that affect us, which we do not really account for. But the minute it changes, it starts affecting our psyche, it starts affecting our mentality. So, coming from two different, what do you say, like climatic zones, cultural zones, everything. How was that transition for you?
Well, that was the less difficult things for me.
Okay.
Already before leaving from there, I told you I was quite a rebel, so I had already discarded all the non-veg habit which was there over there in
Okay.
our Western culture. I mean, now
Okay.
many people have become vegetarian there, but 40
Right.
years ago was not so common. So
Right.
yeah, I was already cultivating my own kitchen garden with
Mm-hmm.
the soya, and so I was cooking in my clay pot. Fighting with my mother to get the space in the gas stove to have my own food.
Okay.
So I was, and I am quite Spartan in my way of living. So I'm adjusting very much. Don't like cooking, so whatever people cook for me, I'm very happy. And so cooking and eating has never been a major problem. So adjusting to also climate, I suppose the passion and the determination which was there,
True.
it was really taking away all the other things which I didn't even notice
Mm-hmm.
the what I was facing. So I should say that other things maybe sometime would have been more difficult, like
Mm-hmm.
the cultural restriction which were there.
Mm-hmm.
So because I was not here as an anthropologist, I was not
Mm-hmm.
here to study very with a cold, cool mind and
Mm-hmm.
just the habits of the people standing
Right.
outside from them,
Right.
involved emotionally and very much inside in the
Mm-hmm.
process. So if certain things was closed to me, that denied to me,
Mm-hmm.
certain things because certain spaces, certain place in the house I could not go because I
Mm-hmm.
was not belonging to that particular culture, or certain. So those sometimes emotionally would be difficult to face. And
Mm-hmm.
but then luckily I would switch on my analytical mind
Mm-hmm.
and understand that those were to be understood inside the value of that culture, and they were not a personal against me. So it was not a personal attack on me, but what I was representing as
True.
belonging to another culture. So those were more sometimes difficult to face. But as
Mm.
far as food and climate and all these things, so, and I was in Cuttack, not even in a big metropolis, and that
Correct.
was
Correct.
40 years ago. So
Right.
I don't know how many of you can imagine. I think none of you can imagine because you're all too young. But it was basically totally another ambience from what it is now. Yeah.
True. True. Very true. And I think for speaking for the younger generation, like for Gen Z, I think this is something that we need to learn because we are a generation of instant gratification, and always trying to create our own comfort zones and our own spaces wherever we wish to go. Even if we are traveling, we prefer to travel our own comforts and, and not really experience or see things the way they are outside. So, okay, we have two questions in the chat pod. He is asking, did you not feel, ma'am, that this is something out of track and I should go back and do what you used to do? With your decisions, but still the society do make you think in various ways possible. How easy or hard it was to be so firm on your decision? I think it's a wonderful question. Thank you, Sakshi, for that question. Ilyana ji, what was that driving force behind the passion? you stand so strong in all these years?
Well, I think my talk was the fact that that synthesis, which I had not found in all my search before, it happened here. Find actually what you are searching, and so you are ready to start all over again. When I started here, it was like I was like a child, because I have to learn how to walk in the first steps. And I was already adult, but I had to learn all the meanings, to learn how people were living, how to live here. And it was a second childhood for me. But worked out. I mean, as I said, it could have been only for a few months or 1 or 2 years, learning some part of dance and going back. So that would have been more normal type of experience. But probably because of the fact that this physical work which I had, I was learning, me also in my intellectual search, in my spiritual search, in a sense of philosophical search, which for me it was also very important, because through dance I was going inside in all these symbols of and symbol rituals and philosophy, and so all the complex base, the root of this culture. So dance was just a entry point to a larger world. So that is what made the things work. So I never regret for a single moment and that I was here. Maybe also I should say that many things that I had finished before I came here. Many experience certain relationship, love relationship, and certain things were had come to an end, an ending phase. There probably I was even other ways in my personal life ready to start all over again. In that it was a guarantee that this would work. I mean, it could have been a phase of search, in a further phase, like it was the theater, like it was the study. So it could have been just a phase and then going to something else. It worked, and of course, I give a lot of credit to and all the beautiful culture which I found here.
I think your story is a testament to that fact that if you want something, then the whole universe conspires to give it to you. So if you
just have to have faith in life. You just have to. I mean, I just followed the indication in my life, and you have to have faith in these indications, because actually they'll bring you somewhere.
How true. Faith. I think we have a saying in Hindi, do we not, that "Ummeed pe puri duniya kaayam hai." Faith is what anchors the whole world and makes it go on. Thank you very much. I have another question here. It has been asked from Miss Coco Negi, and she's asking, what is the best time for practice for any dance form?
Best time. But I think more than time, I would say the best way is to practice every day. Continuity is very important. For certain exercise, of course, that warming up exercise, breathing exercise, some yoga exercise, those, of course, it is in the morning time. But the practice of dance, I really think that fix a schedule in your day, and suppose you are a working woman or you are a student, or so it may not be possible to fix the ideal time for a practice, but important is that you are able to fix up a time for your practice. So it may be any time of the day according to doing. Because otherwise it happens that no, if the practice it is the ideal in the morning and I'm studying, I'm doing tuition, I'm working, I can't do. So those are all things which are very easily said. The continuity is important. So that schedule should be continued every day. So the practice has to be continued every day. Doesn't matter if your timing is morning or evening or afternoon. But you maintain it.
Yes,
Pooja, just taking on that,
yes,
whatever ma'am has said just now, I'd like to ask, do you find your students, like this present generation students that are there, do you find the same amount of dedication or passion, or is it like they just want to learn something? I know Odissi dance and I have learned it, and they just they just forget about it after some time. Do you find that there is that same amount of passion and dedication that you found in yourself in the students that are there today? Do you find that?
Well, no. It's very. I mean, each of the students have their own story behind, their own ambitions, their own, and also there are also, especially here in Odisha, there are certain limitations. So not maybe everybody is able to realize what is their passion in life, and to be able to fight for it. Maybe surrender. Many of them still surrender to the circumstances. So one has to be a fighter a little bit to be able to pursue your own in life, and to, even if you don't understand exactly what it is, but there is something which pull you towards something. And there are not, in general, one cannot expect a total dedication to dance from all these people who come to dance. But it would be nice if at least few would be inspired by my total dedication to it. And that would be a great achievement for a guru. So it's not an easy job to teach dance nowadays, because so many. I mean, I'm not talking about this particular period of COVID, but there are so many. So many diversion, and so many things which are valued more. So either these values are the values which the student himself are the best, or they are imposed on them by the society, the family, or so. So it's a to be young. It's not an easy phase of life. So I wish them all the best, even if they may not continuing in dance, but I wish them to find really their own, not something which is imposed by others on them.
Wow, that is so encouraging and inspiring. Hana Kalaji, it was,
Yes,
I
very
think,
true, very, very true.
a mark of a true guru is not to, like, it just fills everybody up with so much of inspiration and understanding what everybody is going through. Okay, we have another question, Sri Behra, who is asked. From ma'am, he's asking, what do you like about Guru Devaprasad Das's style? I think this is a student of Odissi, and you're asking about Guru Devaprasad Das's style that you admire or you like.
But whatever I know about the style, because I have not learned directly we didn't have any direct experience, but I observed and saw him even demonstrating, and also during certain seminar which were there in the 84-85 in the Odissi Research Center, where he talked about his own upbringing and his own training, and his own conception of the Odissi. And in observing his abhinaya, there is a certain simplicity which I like, and I think the certain softness, and especially in the abhinaya, I don't have much in mind about, of course, if I think about the nritta, the pure dance, I imagine immediately a very strong choker, quite rare in other styles. And I think that is a peculiarity. I remember that in one of the seminars, he said that one of the practice they were doing, small kids, and he was going to the akhada. They were putting water on the floor, and with the choka to wipe off the water. So much pressure and so much sitting on choka with the feet were supposed to wipe it. So that is it as far as nritta is concerned. But as far as abhinaya is concerned, it's that simple type simplicity is there, and very soft and simple, and not too much elaborate or complex as a compositions. So the rendering, it's maybe more easy to understand than maybe some of the Kerucharan Mohapatra compositions, which are simplicity I like, and the fact that he researched a lot and he tried to connect with the folk tradition, and so he actually he was including certain folk tradition in his rendition, because that was part of his upbringing. So I appreciate that he didn't discard that, and he was able to create a style which would include those folk movement that he had learned, as a Kutipua or even Chow he had learned. So being near to the traditional forms is one of his major asset.
Okay, thank you. We have another question, two set of questions really, from Anita Rani Panigrahi. First question is, I think she wants to ask about your thoughts on Sambalpur dance. And the second question is, how should she improve her practice? So her question is, ma'am, how can I improve my steps in dance? Or how she can improve her sadhana?
I should see her. That to me, some practical advice. What is her weak point?
Right.
So I don't know if it is. What is? I mean, she has to be more specific. Where are her difficulties physically? Because it's quite demanding on the knee. So one has to build up a strong muscle on the top of the knee, and on the one which are before the knee, and by contraction, and so those are all warming up exercise which one should do before starting to put pressure on it in a proper steps. So these exercises are very important. So usually it is the knee or the lower back. These are the two problems which one can face. So certain exercise, preparing the body to, and preparing the body means to strengthen the muscle which are around that particular weak point. Hold the weight and will save the joint on the joint. So this is the basic things, but I don't know exactly what she's where she's having difficulties.
Okay.
And something about Sambalpuri dance she was asking her. Sambalpuri dance.
So yeah, Sambalpuri, I'm just like a spectator, because I've not learned it, but I mean it's amazing when it is well done, and I wonder how they can again so much sitting down and with the totally bent on the knee and dancing for so long with those in that position. And the rhythmic, it's amazing. So it's a very is a dance which immediately one can respond to it. And this is actually the peculiarity of many folk forms, which really get you into the rhythm immediately as soon as they come, they start to happen.
Okay.
So true.
All right. We have a final question. We have time for one final question, and then I think Kalaji can take us to the conclusion. So Ravi is asking, promote our culture of dance in foreign countries, and what are the steps you think will facilitate this and make it easier?
Well, I can talk about my experience in a sense that whenever I wanted to present this dance in Italy, for example, was to put this dance in a proper dance festival. So I never wanted to connect this dance with the idea of exotic or religious, or I wanted to appreciate them as a dance form. So it was not easy, but my all my attempts and my it was to present to propose it to certain organizers who didn't know exactly what it was. So it was always very to be accepted, but. I wanted to put it in a prestigious platform where the previous day maybe there was a classical ballet company, Western classical ballet company, and the next day, a proper dance festival. So, so because there is so many misconception in the West about some of them thought that it was slow and it was a meditation and it was so to make them realize that it actually is a dance form. This is what was my ambition. So, but then every place is of course, it would be nice to have a context. If they are to have only a single performance, all the Festival of India which the government has organized, those are very nice, very useful context, because one doesn't see only the dance, but also then they hear a talk, they see a music performance, and they create an ambience of Indian culture which is more complex. Sure. But if one has to present only a dance performance, then it has to the place has to be chosen properly, and the right dignity it has to be given to the form.
Wonderful, very true, very true. Kalaji,
So very
move towards
thank you, Pooja. Thank you, Ilyana ji. Your thoughts on how you picked up dance from the very simple activities that are performed around us. Your simple example of how Charanji's wife, she was making a chapati, and how you picked up there, and how you see movements around you throughout the environment around. Extremely inspirational there, because it also tells us that there is so much of movement around us where we can take it up and we can everything dancing around us. Then that's such a beautiful way that you had put it up. I really loved that a lot. Thank you so much. And for telling us so many different aspects of your life and the way that you have come so far. Truly an inspiration to all of us. I would say that, and I wish we could have an iota of your passion that drives you. It doesn't matter which generation it is. I think it doesn't matter where, because, as you said, that you were an adult and you came here and you learned Odissi. So I think age has no factor there. But that passion is something which is so very important, that drives everything. And wish that we had that iota of passion that you have. And I'm sure that you have infused something in us through your talks that you have done today.
That would be really great.
At least I'm inspired, at least that, and I think I can vouch for Pooja also, that she's also inspired for that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Ilyana ji, for coming here, taking out your precious time and sharing such beautiful thoughts. It's really started off a very beautiful morning. and has given the right footing to a workshop to be started, the message has gone so clearly to the students. Not say anything more, because that's exactly what you have done. So thank you so much for coming here and being with us with the SPICMACAY Anubhav.
Namaskar.
Thank to you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
गौरव जी रिकॉर्डिंग बंद कर दीजिए।
Okay.
So I am. Just check the sound and the visual. Is it okay? Are we all seen?
Yeah, ma'am, you're clear and sound is also fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see me properly, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I think here indeed. Or should I?
नमस्कार, मैं आप सभी का स्पिकमेके की ओर से तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ। कल हमने सरिता मिश्रा जी के साथ उड़ीसी डांस के कुछ बेसिक सीखे। आज चलिए हम इनके साथ सीखने के सफर में आगे बढ़ते हैं। ओवर टू यू मैम।
Om Gurubhyo Namaha. My pranam to one and all, and my greetings and a very good morning to all the viewers who are watching this. I'm Sarita Mishra, practitioner of Odissi dance, and disciple of Guru Sri Vichitrananda Swami and Guru Yudhishthir Naik. And during my childhood, I had learned from Guru Niranjan Raut and Guru Padmacharan Dehri for 19 years in Guru Deva Prasad Das style. Guru Chalicharan Mahapatra style. As you all know that the session started yesterday, we had a wonderful session yesterday, and it will continue till Saturday. So every day it will be a beautiful progression. Some of the things we will continue as per the request from the coordinators. I will repeat some of the things which we taught yesterday and practiced yesterday, so that you get a link. Those who were not there yesterday, they can at least have a glimpse of what we did yesterday. If you are interested in Odissi dance learning, if you are an Odissi enthusiast, if you are an art lover, who appreciates this dance form, then please log in, join with us every day from 10 to 12. It will continue till Saturday. Now, in this session, I take the opportunity to introduce my student, Chandana Mandrapa, who is by profession an engineer, but she pursues dance very passionately. So, I welcome Chandana to the session. She was there. So, good morning. We begin with the today's session that is dedicated to all the, not only the physical guru we have in our life, but dedicating to Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Maheshwara, Guru, who is no less for a Brahma. He is the one of the path of light, who removes the darkness from the life of his or her disciples. So we start the shloka with Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The shloka says, Guru Brahma is the Guru. He is the creator of this whole universe. सृष्टि का एक आकार दिया है, जिन्होंने सृष्टि क्रिएट किया है. जो प्रकृति हम देखते हैं, it's all created by Lord Brahma. Guru Vishnu is the preserver of this universe, of this srishti. Guru Devo Maheshwara, who destroys all the evils from this universe. Consider him as the destroyer, not of the beautiful things, but evil and negativity around in the srishti. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, who gives us knowledge, who shows the path towards light, who removes from the disciples' life. He is the Guru who is to all these Gurus. He is the Guru, he is the Parabrahma. To that Sakshat Guru, seeking his blessings always. So we will do it in a dance form, in Odissi dance form. I will explain the shlokas one. And if you are learning, Chandana is also going to learn with you. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. After this prayer to all the Gurus, we will start this session with a Bhumi Pranam also. Kadatak Gadi Ganadha, Kadatak Gadi Ganadha, Ganata, Ta Thi, Na Chatinita, Ta Kadatak Tinita. As I said yesterday, this is a 8-count movement, which is a must before the dance and after we finish the practice. So we must do this. One way of showing our gratitude for Mother Earth, on whose chest we always keep dancing, jumping, playing all around, and who bears and endures all the pain without even complaining. It supports us always. So we repeat the Bhumi Pranam once again. Kadatak Gadi Ganadha, Kadatak Gadi Ganadha, Kadatak Gadi Ganata, Ta Thi Na Kadatak Tak Tinita, Ta Thi Na Kadatak Tak Tinita. I will go once more with a very slow speed so that you can see how the leg opens on which point, on which count the leg opens and on which count the leg closes. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1. After you do the Bhumi Pranam, it is a ritual that we take the pranam from our Guru, whoever whom we learn these art forms, and that's a ritual, that's a way of taking his blessings and you're showing your gratitude to him. So today we start. As I said yesterday, every day we will progress little ahead. So yesterday we started with some of the exercises that makes our body ready for Odissi dance, and the bhangis, everything will be clear once we build that stamina. So yesterday we did 1, 2, and 3 exercises. So today we will proceed number 4, 5, and 6. Along with that, yesterday also we discussed, we always sit in this position. Chauka is the main position of Odissi dance. So here we involve the hip openings a lot. They have a stiffness on the hip joints. So for that, we have kind of created an exercise which will help you to open up your hip movements better, and you can sit in chauka in a better way. Exercise, hip joint exercise. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, turn it to that side so that everybody can see. That side, yes. 2, 3, start. and 2, push it back, yes. Turn it to Lolita Pada, Uttolita Pada, this side, front, to the front, yes, to Mandala Pada. So here we are using the hip different ways. One is here, we are using it forward. We are using it, stretching it slightly. Here we are turning it to the side, opening it nicely, putting it down and going down. We are dipping it to make the hip more flexible and effective. So 1, 2, yes. Remember that your hip, the knee should be downward. This should be lifted nicely so that you have stretched it beautifully. Then 3, ensure that your hand and the knee are in one, and 4. 2, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, double. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Relax. Now we will go to 5-number exercise involving your side, body, and the bones and the torso, and your hands beautifully. So that in Odissi, as you see, the curves always when we stand in Vibhangi, curve. So basically, Odissi is a very curvious dance form. So creating the curve here is very important. Shape. We practice this exercise, which we will do now. Number 5 exercise. Yeah. 1 feet. Now the legs are stretched nicely. The knee is straight. The hands are straight up. So minutely observe. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now see, her hands are almost touching the feet and she's looking at the other direction. And here, when you do this, it's a beautiful stretch on this side of your body. Then 1, 2, being there. First she brings the hand, and then 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you are doing this, before doing this, don't forget to stretch your spine up. Then bend. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Stretch your spine up. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta. Ti, na, ka, ti, double. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, na, ka, ti, ni. Double. Ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. 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 Ta. Every exercise has some do's and some don'ts. Exercise, always remember, when you are doing this, you can see the spine is completely stretched up. And when you are bending, bend it completely to the side. If you are not able to go this much, that is fine. How much you can go, but only side bending. And what happens? To touch, go down, we bend forward. No, that's a big no for this exercise. Always you have to go to the side when these two sides of the body is getting stretched. Okay? Now we go to the number 6 exercise. A beautiful twist of the upper body, and it stretches the legs as well. So these are the exercises. It's like always advisable, always advised that in the morning, if you do, you will be day, and dance or not dance, but this you can implement in your daily life just to be fit and flexible. So we go to number 6. 1, 2, 2, 3, start. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Now her body is completely twisted. This hand is straight and she is looking up to this hand. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ta. First twist your body like this. Ta, ti, na. Knees are straight, hands are straight. Ti, ni, ta. Ta, ti, na, teeny, double, ta, na, teeny, ta, na, teeny, ta, na, teeny, ta, na, teeny, ta, na, teeny. 1, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Next speeds in every exercise as well, in every stepping. So here, as I do not know the viewers' of learning, do they have any background of Odissi or not, or are they completely freshers? So I would always suggest, when you are fresher, when you have just started learning, then I would not recommend to go for the higher speeds from the beginning itself. Let your body get used to the slow speeds first, and the first speed at least, as your training goes more, you can try with all the exercises, because I don't want people to just without supervision, where you may harm yourself. So while doing the exercises, keep that in mind, that you do it in the right way and go slow. There is no hurry. It is not necessary that a lot of time, it is a myth, we feel that, if we do something vigorous, if we do something very fast exercise, then it will work on our body. Believe me, it's not that. A lot of times, very slow exercises also so beautifully. You sweat so much with your exercises. And we will start yesterday, just a brief that we discussed about the Shirobheda, the movements of the head, the movements of the eyes, that is Drishtibheda, movements of the neck, that is Gribabheda, and the movements of the torso. We have 5 types of movements of the torso. So we will just have a quick recap of yesterday. So we can come closer. Yeah. Here clearly. We start with Shirobheda, that is 9 types. 2, 3, start. Sama, Anta, Adhomukha, Alodita, Alodita, Ruta, Pita, Parabruta, Chitta, Vibahita, Hita. This is Shirobheda. Now we go to Drishtibheda, the movement of the eye, how we move the eyeball in different, when we do different abhinas, when we dance, basically when we dance, how to use our eyes. Ama, which is looking straight. Alokita, looking completely in a circle from top, side, down, side, top, side, down, side. Alokita in a Vruttakara shape. Chi, looking down, corner. Pralokita, side to side. Nimilita, take the eyeball completely up, and when we show the white part of our eyes, that is Nimilita. We use basically when we are showing meditation. Nimilita, Ullokita, looking completely up. And here, remember, don't put your head up to look up. Here, the chin is on the same level. I just look up. Ullokita, then Anubhav, up, down, Avalokita, looking down. This was 8 types of Drishti Bheda. It's the Griba Bheda, the movement of the neck. This is 4 types. Dari, Sundari. We can move little faster. Sundari. Chinha. Arrow mark, drawing an arrow mark with your chin. It is like if this is the center, bringing it from left to center, right to center. Tira chinha. Parivartita. In a half moon shape, moving it like this. Prakampita. Prakampita. It is bringing back and forth. So this was 4 types of Griba Bhedas. Now, we will show you the torso movements. Turn side to show them the Uchchala and Pushtachala. First, we will show Uchchala or Agrachala, pushing your torso to the front. 1, 2, 3 steps. Ta. Ta. Ki. Na. Ka. Ki. Ni. Ta. Back. Ta. Ki. Na. Ka. Ki. Ni. Ta. Na. Ka. Ki. Ni. Ta. Ta. Ki. Na. Ka. Ki. Ni. Double ta. A. Ta. Ki. Na. Ka. Ki. Ni. 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 Ta. We will go to side to side, which is called, when we take the body to the left side, it is called Vamachala. When we take it to the right side, it is called Dakshachala. 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, and 1. So, Agrachala, Pristhachala, Vamachala, and Dakshachala. Now we will move it in circular movement. That is called Prachala. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So these are the 5 ways of being used in Odissi dance. Why it is very important? Because in Odissi dance, this is a very distinctive feature and very different aspect, very, very unique only for the Odissi dance, because torso is something that we do not get to see the movement of the torso in any other dance form. In Mohiniyattam, but that's the whole body. But as far as torso is concerned, it is very much confined to Odissi mostly. So this movement of the torso is very important, as important as the chauka and tribhangi. We did chauka. Quickly, show you the number 2 chauka which we did yesterday. Yeah. So the measurement, how to yesterday also we discussed left leg and right leg, both one after the other in a straight line. The right leg to the right side. So now both the feet are in opposite direction to each other, facing opposite. I fold my knees almost to the half of my height, and I keep the hands in a square position. Chauka is nothing but the square position where we create 4 angles on our body, on the major parts of the body. That's on the hand and on the legs. So now, do number 2 chauka with the body movement, how we gradually progressed yesterday. So yesterday, the final thing I will show today so that we can proceed forward. 1, 2, 3, start. T, hold. Now when she stands her right leg, her body moves to the left and her neck. So the leg and the neck coordination and the direction is towards the same. Body moves to the different direction. So I want all of you to be very clear about it. Then 3, 4. Now when she stands her left leg, her neck also went to the left direction, but her body is on the right direction. So basically, your neck and the leg goes opposite to the body. 2, 3, start. Ta, ki, na, ka, ta. Ta, ki, na, ka, ti, ni, ta. Na, ka, ti, ni, ta. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, double, ta, a. Na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a. Ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta. So, this was number 2 chauka, the coordination of the body, neck and leg. It is little difficult. Initially it is little difficult, but if you practice, then you will be able to do it absolutely flawlessly. So now we proceed to number 3 chauka. Do the footwork of number 3 chauka, the body coordination with the. Another one way of, as I told you, this is one way of measuring my chauka. There is another way of measuring my chauka is feet to both the sides. Heel and the toe stand in one line. Move your toes to the side and then, so that generally we say it has to be feet distance between both the heels. It's the best way to measure your chauka so that you know that your body is proportionate and you are well balanced standing against the gravity. Now we will show you the footwork and hand of number 3 chauka. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, ti, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. So here I would like to say, use one hand to go up and that hand comes back down and we use the other hand. As we use the leg also one after the other, we use the hand also one after the other. And the footwork goes, it is heel. So put the heel, one. Pressure, the whole body pressure on this leg, and two. Stamp this leg, and then this comes to the flat position. Two on the left, one. Take the pressure on this leg, two. Kada, taka, ta. Ti, na, ka, ti, ta, ta, ti, na, ni, double, ta, a, ta, ti, na, ti, ni, ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, a, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Hold. Now I would like to show all of you, when you are sitting in chauka, yesterday also I told you that your spine has to be completely straight. I don't want you to bend forward, to push your hip. I don't want to bring your body like this. So the best way to sit in chauka for longer, make your core tight, extend your body, and sit in chauka in a straight way. Hip is inside, body is rightly aligned with your spine is rightly aligned. To the double speed of number 3. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Touching at the tree. 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 Stop. So these are the 4 speeds we generally use. We have 3 layers actually: Vilambit layer, Madhyam layer, and Dhrut layer. Layer is nothing but the speed. So Vilambit layer is the slowest speed, and these layers are used in all the dance forms. Vilambit layer, when we do the first speed, that's called Vilambit layer. When we proceed to the next speed, when I'm saying double, double. So it is, I'm increasing the speed from Vilambit layer, I go to Madhyam layer. From Madhyam layer, I go to Dhrut layer. Remember this. So now you basically know what I mean by number 3 chauka. But now I would like to introduce number 3 chauka with the body. How we did number 2 chauka with the body, we will do number 3 chauka with the body. So we go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Start. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm changing my body. If you see, observe it closely, you will be able to see. I'm changing the body from right side to left side on number 3 count. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Double. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta ta thina kati. 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 Ta. So this was chauka. Again, like number 2 chauka, is also very technical stepping, I always say, and slightly difficult as well to coordinate everything together. You are coordinating your leg, your neck, your torso, and your hand. So I would always suggest progress today. First, try to do the footwork, keeping your hand on the waist. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then you do with the hand. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you should do keeping your hands here. 1, 2, 3, body. 1, 2, 3, body. Like this you should practice. And then finally you should practice with the hand and the body. So tomorrow also we will do this again. So now we proceed. See, is I was told to kind of teach the basics, but I feel 5 days are very, very less. It's a 1-year course. What we teach here, little more we teach in 1 year, but whole chauka, exercise chauka and tribhangi, it's a 1-year course. So keeping that in 5 days is really, really tough, but I will definitely try as much as possible to make you people educate about and creating that awareness and the beauty of Odissi dance through this 5 days journey. So now we proceed to number 4, chauka. Beautiful things stored for you. We will learn some hasta mudras and we will learn some walk of some animals today. So be tuned and stay with us. So now we do number 4 chauka, which is a very, I say this is a fun stepping. Kids love this step and you will also enjoy it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ki, ni, ta, tha, thi, na, ka. Okay, here the body, and now when she starts the other hand, start the other hand. The body and the hand are well synced in same direction. Like how my hand proceeds, my body also follows the hand and finishes. And again we start this side and we continue same direction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, double, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, double, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, kada, tak, ta, thi, ni, thi, na, dheg. So here the beauty is we start in chauka. 1, then 2, goes back. See how my leg is, my heel is upright. Okay, so 3, and then 4 again I come back to chauka. Then 1, 2, 3, my heel is upright again, and 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. So first it is the double jump with both the legs, then it's a single footwork and comes back to chauka. Then double jump, single footwork, single leg, and comes back to chauka. Simple, we use Pataka Hasta Mudra, which just follows the same direction of the legs. And my drishti also follows the hand in the same direction. Okay? Have a small water break for 10 seconds. We will be right back. Just be tuned with us. We are back here. Hope you are seeing the session, and I request If you have any query, if you have anything to ask, anything to clear your doubt, you can write in the comment section, and you can directly reach out to us. That tomorrow I can clarify your doubts. Vidhi, do we have anything from yesterday? Do we have any comments? Hello, Vidhi, are you there? I think. Okay, let's proceed to the next chauka. We finished 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chaukas we finished. And now we will proceed to the number 5 chauka. Number 5 chauka is a number 2 chauka and number 3 chauka, which we have already learned. Just done in a little bit different way. To first show you the footwork of 5 number chauka. That is 2, 3, start. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Tak, 1, 3, 4, 5. So here, 1, 2, 3, how we did before, the footwork is same, like 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. But the body moves in a different way. So first I would like to do without the body, without the hand. Just only go with the footwork. Take 5 counts of steps with your legs. 1, 2, 3, start. Right, left, heel, step, step. Tak, left and right and left, right, left. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. Tak, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5. I want you to do with the chauka hand. And leg, no body movements now. 1, 2, 3, start. Ta. Ti. Na. Ka. Ti. I. Ta. Ti. Na. Ka. I. Ni. Ta. Ta. Na. Ka. Ti. Ni. Pa. Ta. Na. Ka. Ti. Ni. This is what Vilambit Laya is all about. We do a stepping in absolutely in a slow pace. जब हम बहुत धीरे से इसको करते हैं, that laya is, that speed is called Vilambit Laya. In the same laya, we will do how to do the body and how to do the eye movement along with the hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. Ti, na, ti, ni, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. So when she's doing ta, first one, ta, body goes to the left and the neck goes to the right. T, the neck goes to the left and the body comes right. Then 1, 3. Here my hand also rotates, circular movement of the wrist, and along with the circular movement of the wrist, my body also rotates. My body also rotates in a little circular movement. Okay, so we go to the second speed, that is Madhyam Laya. 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, ta, thi, na, thi, ni. Ta, thi, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ta, 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 thi, ka, thi, ni. Ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ta, a, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Double. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi. Ta, dhe, karatak dhe. 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 Ta. So this was number 5 stepping, and after that we proceed to the number 6 chauka stepping, which is little different, again with the movements of the hand. So first we will stand and do the hand movement of the 1, 2, 1, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, heel on the floor, then 5, 6, curl, tuck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, curl, tuck, ta, na, ka, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. double. Ta, a, ta, ti. Na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, a. Na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, a, ta, ti. Na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, a. Na, ka, ni. Ta, a, ta, ti. Na, ka, ti, ni. Ta, a. Na, ka, ti, ni. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1. Now, if we combine and the legs along with the body, then this whole thing is dance in itself. And this is one of my favorite that I love to do as many times as possible. Day, night, yesterday, tomorrow, this time I'm ready to do this because I feel that it's a dance in itself, a small piece of dance. I don't feel that only the basic. So let's do that with the hands. 2, 1, 2, 3. Same technique. Spine straight and make your core tight. Hip inside. Sit and sit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. 2. Now see, her look is with the left hand and the bhangi is there. 4, 5, 6, looking up. 2, 3, 5, 6. Double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Kada ta, a, ti, na, ti, ta, ti, na, ti, ni, double. Ta, a, ti, na, ti, ni. 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 Double ta, ti, ni. Ti, ni. Ta, ti, na, ti. Ta, ti, ni. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We are sitting in the same level. Limbs are changing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta, ti, ni. Ti, ni. Ta, ti, ni. Ti. Ta, ti, ni. Ta, ti, ni. Ta, ti, na, ti, ta. So this was, we did number 2, number 3 choker, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Now that we learned some hand gestures, because further we are going to use them. So I would like to talk about single hand gestures and keep your spine straight. First we start with Asamyukta Hasta Mudra. In Odia we call it Hasta Mudra. It's the single hand gestures that we do only with single hand. We do not join the hands at all. And this is of 28 types. Pataka, I will sit little front. Hope you all can see. Fold your ring fingers. 3 pataka, all other fingers are straight. Little fingers also along with the ring fingers, and 2 fingers are straight. Now open your fingers like a scissors. Mukha, Mayura, when we join the ring fingers tip, Mayura, Ardha Chandra, Arala, finger is folded. This is Arala. The little finger and the index finger, the middle finger and the ring finger are straight. This is called Shukatunda, Mushti, Shikhara, Kapitha. Your index finger is supported, making it look like a little bird. Kapitha. Mukha. From Kapitha, just open your little finger and ring finger. It's okay. Mukha. See, my ring and my little finger both are stretched, straight, and ring finger is straight up to the front. That is straight up. So Kataka Mukha. Another way of Kataka Mukha is middle finger and thumb joined together, and the little finger and the ring finger are up. Suchi. We say number 1. Chandrakala, open the thumb. Chandrakala. Padma Kosha. Parpasisha. Mrugasisha. My 3 fingers are to the front. Mrugasisha. Now join the index finger and the middle finger and the thumb. The little finger and index finger are up. Mukha. Now fold the ring finger your palm and bring closer the other fingers. Kangula, Ala Padma. All the fingers are open and in a curve. If I open them like a little house and something is inside that. Chatura, Brahmara. When we just, does it ring a bell in your, what is it? This is a bee. Brahmara, that's hovers over the flowers. So Brahmara, when we fold the index finger over the thumb and bring the middle finger and the thumb closer to each other, and my little finger and ring finger are upright. So Kangula, Brahmara. Then Hamsasya, Hamsapaksha, Samdanshu, Mukula, Tamrachuda. When from Suchi Hasta, I fold it. Only the index finger is folded. Tamrachuda, Trishula. When I open three fingers, Trishula, you all must be knowing. Lord Shiva, Goddess Durga, they all use this weapon. So, Trishula. Right in the center, this is Shivalinga. Katakamukha, as we said, Kapitha, then Katakamukha in single hand gestures. When in both hands we do that and cross each other on your left hand side. Kataka Vardhana. Kartari Swastika. Kartari Mukha Hasta Mudra is on my right side, crossing Brahmara Hasta Mudra. They are folded over and the other hand comes close. Now you have to hand your left hand is on Ardha Chandra and hold it like this. So this is like a shankha. We call it a shankha, like a conch shell. So shankha, then chakra. Keep your left hand facing left and right palm crossing each other, opening the thumb. Basically, when we show it, like Lord Vishnu holding shankha and chakra. This is the same way of shankha and chakra. Then Samputa, my little treasure. Samputa. Pasa, when I cross both the index finger, my left hand is up, my right hand is down, and both the fingers are crossed with each other. We say a fight, Palaha, Pasha. Then I say, intersect my little finger with the right lip. Kilaka. Then I create a fish. Matsya. How a fish swims in the water. Matsya. Keep your left hand, the palm facing down, and over that keep the right hand. Both the thumbs are to the side, showing the wings of the, what do we call the fins? Fins of the fish. So this is Matsya. And then comes Kurma. Kurma is a turtle. How we show Kurma. Keep your index finger and ring finger folded. And that's on your left hand. And keep that left hand down. Same Hasta Mudra. This is Shukatunda. The same Hasta Mudra. Open the thumb and right hand Place the right hand over the left hand. And now, Hasta Mudra using your thumb. So this is called Kurma, showing a turtle or a tortoise. Then Varaha on your left hand side. Keep the left hand like this, down, and right hand in the same Hasta Mudra, placing on top of this. Varaha. This is basically when we show a boar. Varaha. And here, both the thumbs and both the little fingers are quite straight. Varaha. Now, cross both the hands like this. Your left hand facing towards your face. Right hand, thumb, and tighten it nicely, creating a bird here. Ruda. So here, this is Garuda, but I would like to say, when we use we can show a butterfly as well. Butterfly, we use the fingers. When we use the whole hand, wings of the bird flying high in the sky. Garuda. Then Nagabandha, Sarpashida, each other, Nagabandha. Then we create like this. Middle finger and my ring finger are in the front. My index finger and little finger are stretched right up. My thumb joins the middle finger and the ring finger down. Both the hands I do, and I join them a bed, creating like a bed. Khatwa. Now, to Kapitha Hasta Mudra. How I said, the index finger is supported from below with the thumb to each other, showing this is Ganda Bherunda, this is Bherunda Hasta Mudra. Go again. Asanjukta Hasta Mudra 28 types, Sanjukta Hasta Mudra 23 types. Anjali, Kapota, Karkata, Swastika, Dolahasta, Pushpaputa, Utsanga, Shivalinga, Vardhana, Kartari Swastika, Shankha, Chakra, Pasha, Kilaka, Matsya, Ma, Vadaha, Garuda, Nagabandha, Twa, Bherunda. Just commonly used in Odissi dance. Now we proceed to the next part of the day, where I would like to show some of the steppings using some kind of little leaves. I would say they are not jumps, little leaves, and come back to Chauka. So now we will introduce Swastika and Chauka. How to cross your leg and hand and come back to Chauka. Yeah. So now we start with 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. See. Now the beauty of this is she's standing on the toes and keeping the knees to the side. 1, 2, then coming back to 3. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So here I would like to bring your notice that when first we do, my right leg comes to the front, like and goes back to choker. The second time, my left leg comes to the front. It comes back to choker. When my right leg comes to the front, my right hand is on the top and then comes back to choker. Leg comes to the front, my left hand top and comes back to choker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, double ta. Ta, thi, na, thi, ni, ta. Thi, na, ka, thi, double ta, thi, na, ka, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 1, 3, 4, 1. So this is a very good exercise for strengthening your muscles and building your stamina. This is one of the chari actually we use, and we will discuss that later. But I thought to introduce little things to you from there, so that you know at least when you see something like this, you will be able to relate it to this station and the Odissi dance. We do a jump, our toes on the floor and jumping on the toes and coming back to same position. Like 2, 3, start. 1. If you all see, I'm sitting on my toes. Sitting on my toes. My hand is straight up to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1. And landing up on the same toe, same position. And we call it as boy tap. And jumping. 1, 2, 3, start. Na, ka, thi, ni, ta. See, my knees are to the side. Ka, thi, ni, double. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, double thi, na, ka, thi, ni, 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 ta. I always suggest my students to have a forward bend so that your legs are stretched. Now, a very interesting step, especially for the students who are quite young, school children, college children, just to measure level. So now we will do baitha to chauka. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, start, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, double, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka. Don't forget to smile while doing this. Na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, ni, double, ta, thi. 1, 2, 3, start, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, thi, ni, ta. Want to have a little water? Have. We will just quickly come 10 seconds of break. We are right back. You all are sipping little water because it's hot outside. During COVID, all the doctors, they suggest keep your throat moistured. All the germs will go inside, and once they reach inside the stomach kills it. So it's nice to sip water, even if you are not thirsty. Keep sipping water 20 minutes like that. And it's nice, you will be hydrated all the time and you will not feel tired. So now we go how we did swastika and chauka when we did baitha and chauka. We do that in a series like baitha, chauka, swastika, chauka. 1, 2, 1. We will do it in the Vilambit layer so that you all can do. Otherwise, the fast pace, you may not be able to do it. 2, 1, 2, 3, start. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 1. 4, 1, 2, 3, ta. Ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. 1, 2, 3, Passing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4. Double. Thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Right in the front and ka, thi, ni. Ka, thi, na, ka, thi, ni. Left in the front and na, ka, thi, ni. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4, 1. Now we want to relax your legs. It is important after you do something like this. Pamper your muscles little. You should stretch them. You should make them little free. But don't sit down. After doing this, if you sit down, cool down, and then after that it will be difficult for you to practice. So I suggest always have a forward bending. Your body from the hips so that your legs are nicely stretched. And they're again free and relaxed further with the practice. Now, yesterday we had practiced a beautiful walk, how a dancer enters to the stage in Odissi dance style. That is a beautiful way of. So we did yesterday. We will have a recap of that. So this is basically where we use in the stage. We enter from the wings, last wing. We use this Pada Sanchara to the stage, to the center, to the front. And when we are in the front, also in a different Pada Sanchara. We will do that now. Kamapada se 1, 2, 3, 4. Brush the right heel. Place it back to the other leg. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ti, na. Good. Ti, ta, ta, ti. Good. Ta, 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 ti, ta. Ta, ti, na. Good. Ta, 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 ti, ta. Na. Good. Ta, 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 ti. 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni, ta, ta, ti, na, ka, ti, ni. ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ka, thi, ni, ta, ta, thi, na, ni, ta. So these are the two Padasancharas. We used to come forward on the stage. So today's time. So we will do the Bhumi Pranam, because after that I will stretch a little bit. The cooling down techniques, which are very important before warming up and after the practice, cooling down stretching, to be well and to be fit for the next day. So hope you all are enjoying this, and I'm sure if you follow this, a great extent to learn Odissi, sitting in your own house, learning it online. So we will meet again tomorrow. Bhumi Pranam we will do. Kadak takta gadi gana dha. Gadi gana dha. Kadak takta gadi gana ta. Thi na. Kadak takta takta thi ni ta. Ta thi. Kadak takta takta thi ni ta. So now I have taught you to cooling down stretching yesterday also. We'll do that. Along with that, we will tell you some more. So today we start a thigh stretching. Just hold the leg. Just hold the leg like this with both the hands. Straight. Don't pull the body forward or backward. Just straight, normal. And now pull the knee so that you get a nice stretching here, because that's the most. So that muscle needs to relax, okay, so that you don't get stiff muscle or sore muscles for tomorrow. Hold it for 15 seconds. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, and relax. Now, same way on the other side, with both the hands. Balance, if you are doing it for the first time, it may happen that you lose your balance. So you can always take the support of a wall. You can hold on one hand, take the support of the wall, and hold the leg in one hand, and pull the knee back so that you get a nice stretch. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and now, as we said yesterday, we will cross the leg and like this, cross, and both the legs are grounded on the floor and knees crossing each other, but ensure that it doesn't push. The knees are not hurting each other. So keep it in a comfortable cross position, but in a comfortable way, keeping both the legs straight. Now we just need to go straight, straight, straight down. First try to hold the floor, touch the floor, then touch the palm on the floor, go closer to the legs, the same level of the legs. Once you reach there, now try to put the nose, try to touch the knee with the support of your nose. And hold for 15 seconds. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. Ensure that your knees are straight, your body straight as well, and relax it. Now cross the left leg. Ensure that your knees are comfortable, and now stretch your body from the hip and loose body. Go down, go down. Both the feet are completely on the ground. Now touch the floor. Now where your feet is placed. Once you reach there, now the knee closer. Hold there for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, and 1. Now, lift the body. Now, the same way, keeping both the legs straight, we will have a have things come, a lot of tight ropes and pins. So we are now in a sari with a lot of pins and all. So we're just managing to do, but I always prefer, I'll be happy if you change your clothes to comfortable clothes and then do it. And one more, as we did yesterday, the thighs. Keep one knee down and the other leg is on the toe. Both the legs are on the toe. One knee is up, one knee is down. Now touch the floor with both the hands at the back and sit in this position. Try to go back if you are not getting a stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Yes. 13, 14, 15, 16, and change the leg. Now the right knee is down and the left knee is up on the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 1. Now come to a butterfly. Make your legs loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and now close the legs. Stand like this on the, both the legs are grounded on the floor. My heel and my toe both are grounded. Now I hold my hands and the knees are inside. If you can put a nice soothing music while doing your stretching, it will be fantastic. It not only elevates your mood, but it will calm you at the same time. It will relax all the muscles. Now, we stand up like this. Thank the Almighty, thank the earth, thank your Guru, and thank the universe this beautiful day and beautiful art form to learn. Now, I take the opportunity to thank all the members of SPICMACAY for this beautiful initiative taken for all the viewers there. We all are fighting against COVID, and what can be more beautiful? Fighting with all good spirits and all good positivity. Dance and music, the whole art, not only it heals, but it elevates all of us. So I thank Shreya Sukh and all the members of SPICMACAY for creating this beautiful platform for all of you who did not have the access to learn and to watch the beautiful classical art forms of our country. So we will be back tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. And if you are watching us today, I suggest please watch us and practice with us till Saturday so that you can learn something really nice and constructive. Me and my student, Chandana, we thank all of you for being with us. Thank you so much. See you all tomorrow.
Ma'am, you truly said it. And thank you so much for being here with us. Today's session was really amazing. We look forward for tomorrow's session.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Didi. I just would check that is there any question? Is there anything that?
Yeah, ma'am,
I'm
there are
not
some questions. So we'll take up those questions tomorrow.
Okay. ठीक है. So do let me know the questions on WhatsApp so that it will be nice for me to answer them effectively tomorrow. Okay. Thank you so much, Didi, for being with us.